I'm on my way back to the old home. The road winds on up the hill, but there's no light in the window that shined long ago where I live. Soon my childhood days were over, and I had to leave my old home. And mother and dad were called to heaven. I was left in this world all alone. I'm on my way back to the old home. The road winds on up the hill.
On 1850 was what you see standing, a one-room cabin. And at some later point, the rest was added to it. To this post, to the frame right there, was a bedroom. From here, from the doorway to this corner, was the back porch. From this post to this post to this post was the front bedroom. There was 9 of us children, and most of the time we slept 3 deep. From this post to this one was the front porch. You see those axe-hewn beams? This had wooden pegs in it, in places, some places for nails, some square nails. I have a bunch of the old square nails at the home, at my home in Brookhaven. From this post to this post, there to there, was another bedroom. From this post to the corner of the house there was the kitchen. We at one time had a pump in the backyard that was dug probably in the late 30s. Prior to that, we had a wooden dug well. Do you know what a dug well is? It's a square well about 30 inches wide with wooden curbing inserted down inside it. It was about 80 feet deep, and it sat in the front yard. We would draw the water up through a pulley overhead. Like so. And I will show you something unique. Something you may or may not have heard of. For certain you never have seen this. Right about here in the kitchen wall was a window. A wooden window, not glass. Hung from leather hinges. Had a little awning overhead. Outside the window was a water bucket. You'd reach outside to get a bucket of water. We had an awning over this. This was a cellar down, root cellar down underneath the house. And Dad had lined the outer corner curbs of the cellar with shelves. And that's where Mama put her canned goods. And her yardstick for canning for first summer was 1,000 jars. Most of those are quarts and half gallons.
That's just a lot of canning there.
Yeah.
That's a busy woman.
We had the smokehouse set right out there, and I can only remember one occasion in my life that we didn't have meat in the smokehouse year round. Late in the summer, it got pretty rancid, pretty old.
Yeah.
We made our own syrup out of Louisiana sugar cane, and our yardstick for how much syrup we needed from one year to the next was $100, 100 gallons. That was the mainstay of breakfast, syrup and biscuit. Sometimes we had meat, and sometimes we didn't. Sometimes, now what was a rare treat was Mama fried chicken for breakfast, not for dinner. That was when folks used to eat chicken. I was born, can't see the house here in Rome now. The little three-room shop down the top. You remember how you came up the top of the hill here? It sat just to the right. We moved to what we call the big house in 36. And four of my youngest brothers were born in this house. The rest of us were born down there. I can remember babysitting for my younger brother and sister when I was about 5 years old, and Mom and Dad would go to church around the top of the hill. That would be child abandonment now.
So did you have a lot of animals then, like cows?
Oh yeah.
Chickens?
We had probably 8 or 10 cows that we milked on a regular basis.
Right.
A pair of mules, the most mismatched pair of mules you could ever imagine. One never got in a hurry, took his own time. And when Daddy was working him or plowing him, he could control it. When one of us kids had to plow lines, he knew it, and he pretty well did what he wanted to do. And he was the biggest of the pair, and the young one was high strung. And how in the world we ever got to work with that mismatched pair, but Ben and Bob were their names. Ben and Bob.
It's a great story.
The first year
That's
that
a
my
good
older
story.
sister went to school, drove a school wagon where my older sister got married. So basically Dad was there with 8 little children. I was about 15 at the time, the rest of them were younger than that. And Dad raised that bunch, never remarried, and none of us are the President of the United States, but we're all law-abiding citizens. And we credit him with the clue that we're an extremely close family. We really are. And I have the big head about it, to tell you the truth about it. You just don't see that.
No.
And I've thought many times, why? My mom was a Kane, and the Kane bunch is a kind of a loving type family, but the Bishop were not particularly loving. But we boys, and there's 7 of us left. I have one brother and one sister that's deceased. But we're just extremely close. Well, a Christmas present for me one day. And the frame is from some of the timbers from the old home. These are not, this frame is not, but the one I have at home is.
Take me back to simpler times, when a man worked with his hands as much as his mind. Mamas, daddies, and grandfolk were always near your side. Take me back to simpler times. Take me back to simpler times, when money, job, or time didn't mean as much as pride. Wasn't so hard to tell wrong from right. Take me back.